Hey everyone, before this video starts, I'd like to say that I know 2020 was not the greatest of years. In fact, for me, it was probably the worst year I've ever experienced in my life. Luckily, one of the best things to come out of that year was the rise of gaming. 2020 saw many new and old faces coming to video games as an escape from everything happening in the world. I found myself playing more and more Fortnite games at any chance I could get. That's why I decided to make this video. If you enjoy the monstrosity that I made today, don't forget to give it a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into my 10 most played games of 2020. Starting at number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, I know, the game everyone and their mother plays. GTA 5 is usually a game I play off and on, but at the start of 2020, it became a big deal for my entire friend group. A little backstory, at the end of 2019, Rockstar had updated Grand Theft Auto 5 with the Diamond Casino Heist, a massive update to the game adding tons of new things like a casino and a brand new heist with multiple new missions. My clumsy self didn't even notice that the update had even come out until my buddy Dylan told me about it in early 2020. Once I had found out, my hours on GTA 5 skyrocketed. I then saw myself playing more and more with my friends, having fun in free mode, or even doing missions and heists to make as much money as possible. This game definitely has a spot on this list due to how many hours I can remember laughing and goofing around with all my friends. The only thing that upsets me is all the hours I did spend on that game. I still can't afford anything. Rockstar Games, please fix that. Coming in at number 2, Garry's Mod. I feel like I have to put this game on this list because Gmod is just one of those games that everyone seems to have. It's like a Steam necessity. Step 1, download Steam. Step 2, buy Gmod. Right? Anyways, my friend group always comes back to this game for a way to get a good laugh. The hours I've spent playing the game mode Prop Hunt, especially in 2020, are kind of unreal. This game has so much content in it that it can almost become an addiction. I mean, the constant community-made maps and the endless amount of mods keep the game fun for hours and hours. Whether it's someone chasing after a prop that's taunting all over the place, or you, as a prop, silently following a hunter while they're looking for you, this game tends to make me feel right at home with all my friends. Honestly, I don't think this game will go away anytime soon. I mean, unless you start doing terrorizer spots, then we might have a problem. Now at number 3, Doom Eternal. Typically, I tend to stick to multiplayer games more than single player games, but this game struck me as a must-play when I saw how amazing the game looked and how gory it was. Usually it takes me forever to finish a single-player game, but with Doom Eternal, I was actually surprised at how fast it glued me. The amazing nail-biting glory kills, the super fun parkour areas, the game for me was just everything I had hoped for in a sequel to Doom 2016. I mean, seriously, how fun is it to stab a demon with its arm bones straight through its head? I swear I'm normal. Not only was the campaign everything that I had hoped for, but it also brought back a new take on multiplayer. When I first started playing the 2v1 battle mode, I didn't even enjoy playing it all by myself. Then once a couple of my friends checked it out and bought Doom Eternal, I then started to actually play it with them and end up having a fun time. Honestly, the multiplayer wasn't really that bad. I actually ended up wanting to grind it non-stop. Well, until people started thinking it was a little bit unhealthy. I just had to get the spicy demonade off of G Fuel's website. Next up at number 4, Resident Evil 3, the remake. And holy fuck, let me just start by saying I love horror. Whether it's horror movies, horror games, or that feeling you get when you find out somebody has hacked your Minecraft account. Honestly, I think I was hooked on this game when Capcom originally released the Resident Evil 2 remake, but before all of this, I had never even played Resident Evil before. Once all these remakes started to come out, I finally just decided to give it a chance because I was always interested. Jumping back to Resident Evil 3, the game was exactly what I wanted. More Resident Evil. The spooky atmosphere, the crazy story, and the perfectly timed jump scares not only led me to keep playing, but to also look for secrets and unlock all the cool stuff in the main menu. Plus, come on, you get to play as Jill Valentine. It's not a crush, I swear. For number 5, Valorant. Honestly, I did not see this game coming from a mile away, but I was extremely impressed with how fun it was. This game consumed a major part of my 2020, not only because all my friends were playing it, but for how competitive it was. Up until that point, the only other competitive game I had played was Overwatch, so to have a game that's CSGO and Overwatch combined was something that piqued my interest. In the beginning, the only way to get your hands on the game was by getting it from a Twitch drop to play it, and luckily, I was one of the few to get it, and get it fast. This was the start of a mass skin spending and G Fuel drinking at all hours of the day. It had gotten to the point where I literally just started applying for tournaments with friends to face off for cash prizes to be the best of the best. We had lost. We lost all of them, but it was still fun. I guess. The only issue was the pee breaks. Man, I really wish you could pause competitive games. I'm pretty sure everyone saw this game coming, but at number 6, Minecraft. Specifically the Nether update. I've played Minecraft for years and years, and I always get a sweet feeling when I hear that they're releasing a new update. That sweet feeling was exactly what I got when they announced Minecraft would be changing the Nether, coming soon. I mean, they could have announced something like, I don't know, a cave update maybe? To be fair, it is a thing now as I'm making this video, but hey, what are you gonna do? As soon as the Nether update came out, me and all my friends were ecstatic. For the first time, Minecraft's Nether was worth visiting. They had added biomes to the Nether, making it extremely different from what it was before, and had changed and added new mobs to the game so you could live in the Nether. The big thing that they added in my opinion was Netherite. Using this could upgrade armor and tools to the highest level over Diamond. This led to tons of grinding and mining what felt like the entire Nether just to find the scarce Netherite. Minecraft for me is one of those games where I'm completely fine pouring my life into it, and that's exactly why it's on this list. Let's get into number 7, Phasmophobia. Remember when I mentioned that I love horror games? Well, this is no exception. The way I like to look at this game is if you were on the show Ghost Adventures, but with all your friends following behind you with their backs snapped looking up screaming Thomas Martin. In my opinion, the game isn't very scary, but what puts it on this list is the countless times I've seen my friends run screaming out of a room, or even the hilarious game-breaking glitches like where the ghost will get stuck and it's just an awkward stare down with it until the doors unlock, which at that point you run out screaming. One of the other things I like about this game is that you can play it in VR. That not only increases the scare factor, but it also makes it easier to play, giving you a belt to put items on and allowing you to carry 2 things with your hands. Sadly, the only issue with VR for me in this game is I can only play it for about 30 minutes before I start to feel sick. I guess that's the cost of being a pro ghost hunter. Either that or I'm just being possessed.
Like the video!
I don't know where that came from. Looking in at number 8, Left 4 Dead 2. This is a big one for me to put on this list because Left 4 Dead is absolutely one of my top favorite games of all time. I can still remember playing this game back on Xbox 360, doing glitches with randoms to get on top of places with the grenade launcher. Not only did I have such a fun time playing the campaigns, but the versus mode was where I lived. The cool thing about this mode is recently they made a new update for Left 4 Dead 2, which they haven't done in years, called The Last Stand. They had added tons of community-made fixes and added new weapons and even a new campaign to the game. The main thing I was focused on was versus survival. This mode allowed you to play normal survival to last as long as possible, but all while you fight randoms or your friends as the special infected. The only thing I think they should fix for that mode is the mass spawning of tanks. I can't tell you the number of times I've heard Lewis scream tank more than pills here. Moving on to number 9, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is the game that I have been non-stop playing ever since it came out. First things first, I have always been a fan of the Assassin's Creed games. I have bought and played every single one up until Valhalla. Assassin's Creed recently started changing the way that their games were made back when Origins first released. Ever since then, in my opinion, Assassin's Creed has gotten so much better. Odyssey, however, was a little too much. The unnecessary grind and the extreme amounts of side quests just hurt the game's look. That is, until the release of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. In this new game, in the Assassin's Creed story, they have personally tackled all of the complaints from Odyssey and created my most played and most favorite game to date in the series. I feel this list couldn't have been made without adding Valhalla to it because of the sheer excitement I have for this game and the extreme amount of hours I already have on it. Like, seriously, I might have to start wearing diapers if this continues. Lastly, at number 10, Black Ops Cold War. Now, I know what you're thinking, and no, not the multiplayer. The zombies. I have always loved Call of Duty Zombies more than the multiplayer, so to hear that they were coming back in Cold War kinda gave me a little hope that they would fix their recent mistakes. In Black Ops 4, they ruined zombies by killing off the main characters, getting rid of perks. It was insane at how much they had changed. The great thing about Cold War having zombies was to hear that they had reversed and fixed a lot of the issues prior, and had claimed to make zombies better than before. In my personal opinion, the zombies in Cold War are extremely fun and one of the most fun zombie modes I have played in a while. When it launched, I had already grinded it out so much that I had upgraded everything like perks, guns, and equipment. It had gotten so addicting that all of my friends, including me, would just play for high rounds every time we were bored. The only thing I'm scared about is if Activision finds a way to ruin it somehow. Supply drops, anyone? Hey everyone, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I just wanted to again say thank you to all the overwhelming support I have been getting making YouTube videos for every month. I mean, I literally just started and I feel like I'm already making videos people are enjoying, more or less than the horror game videos. The Cyberpunk video has slowly moved up to the top and become my most watched video and most liked video as of writing this. Something else I'd like to announce is that I'm currently working on setting up my Twitch account, and will hopefully start streaming soon. I will be leaving a link to that in the description of this video if you guys are curious. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to leave it a like, and maybe subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.